What if I told you that everything you know is just a reflection of your own mind? That the universe out there is just an extension of what you believe inside? Today, we step through the first portal of Hermetic wisdom, the first and most fundamental of the 7 laws, mentalism. Everything is mind. Everything is consciousness. Everything begins with a thought, an invisible impulse that shapes all that is visible. Mentalism is the master key. It says the entire universe is a mental construction, that nothing exists outside of consciousness. We're not saying the world is fake, but rather that it is psychic in nature. Everything comes from the universal mind. The physical universe is a projection of that mind. All matter, energy, and reality are products of a cosmic mental process. That means the world we perceive is, at its core, a divine thought made manifest. Matter arises from mind. Time perceived through mind. Emotions shape our external world. You don't live in the world. You live in your interpretation of it. And that changes everything. This principle echoes ancient teachings, Hindu Vedanta and its Maya doctrine, Platonic idealism, and even the modern simulation hypothesis. They all point to one direction. Reality is mental, and you are an active participant in creating it. The spiritual matrix we spoke of in the first video is held together by collective thought. When you accept an idea as truth, it becomes real in your experience. If you believe you are limited, you'll live in fear. If you believe you are free, you'll start breaking invisible codes. The matrix exists, but it is mental. And this isn't just philosophy. Science is beginning to show that perception alters observed reality. The double-slit experiment shows that simply observing changes particle behavior. Consciousness, it seems, collapses possibility into reality. We live in a matrix not made of wires and chips, but of beliefs, mental habits, and unchecked memories. Think about this. Everything you experience, you think first. Your beliefs shape your relationships. Your mood alters how you see the day. Your memory filters what you consider possible. You are a projector, and the world is the screen. But if you don't change what's in the projector, nothing changes on the screen. Thoughts are seeds. Reality is the garden. If you plant fear, you harvest prison. If you plant awareness, you harvest expansion. That's why so many masters speak of the mind's power, because everything begins there. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about conscious thinking. If you know everything is mind, you become responsible for each creation. Want to change your life? Change fixed ideas. Question repetitive patterns. Watch your thoughts with presence. When you master the mind, you stop being controlled by the matrix and start writing your own code. Mentalism is not just an old theory. It's a modern tool. Affirmations, visualization, meditation, symbols, archetypes are ways to program your inner reality. And it all begins with intention, with focus, with clarity. Clear intention brings direction. Vivid visualization creates the mold. Elevated emotion powers the process. And then you manifest. As Max Planck once said, "I regard consciousness as fundamental. Matter derives from consciousness." If all is consciousness, then your mind is a miniature universe. Mentalism is the first law, but it doesn't stand alone. It connects with the others. Correspondence, as above, so below, everything mirrors everything. Vibration, everything vibrates, and what you emit, you attract. Cause and effect, thoughts are causes, realities are effects. Each of these laws is a puzzle piece, but without mentalism, the others don't make sense. Because everything starts in the mind, in your mind. Everything is mind. Everything you call real began as a thought. So, what have you been thinking? Where did those thoughts come from? And are they even yours? In the next video, we'll explore the second Hermetic Law. But for now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remember, reality is mental, and you are far more than you imagine.